Okay. Square Enix. Hello, everybody. I'm here with Pidgey.
No, you're not.
I'm not?
No.
Who am I with then?
Bob the Builder.
DJ. I forgot there's a whole another side content in this. Uh, after we beat the Rising Tide, and we get a special boss. I think
All right.
I forgot about that actually. Bonus items in the system tab in main menu.
You're gonna be buy something. Be quick about it.
Oh, look at that, DJ. We have items to claim
Uh,
in the system, in the options. All the way to the right, DJ. Keep on going. There you go. Shit, you have a lot of stuff to get. Damn, man. You can claim any of that shit. Okay, you claim some of it. You didn't even claim the Buster Sword? That's funny. Huh? Ability sets.
yes.
You can register up to 5 such mechanic abilities. That's freaking awesome. Wow.
Clive. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Oh, buy something. Be quick about it.
Wow.
Come again.
Or don't.
I'm not much bothered either way.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much
How do I
bothered
play
either
this
way.
game? What the heck?
What?
How do I play this game again?
First the sky,
What?
then the crystal.
How do I play this game again?
The advent of Omega herself.
What? What?
To the reading table. Dear Sid. When did we get this? Oh, that's the Echoes of the Fallen. Oh, okay. Sid. I should not waste time mentioning words. Leviathan's dominant is in need of rescue, and despite my honorable misgiving about joining hands with an outlaw of the highest... I'm speaking too fast. Dispute. The dame has assured me that there is none better suited to the task at hand. I dare not reveal more far than this missive could fall into the wrong hands, but if little I've affirmed here has come to your interest, I bid you journey to the Vale in Northreach, inquire with one Lila. Lila? Lila. She will surely see you satisfied. Okay. Oops.
Leviathan the Lost.
Leviathan the Lost.
But why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
Jill, I miss
No.
you.
I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through,
Her Jills look
I
different.
doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
Yeah.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there.
I miss these characters, man.
I see we're all here.
Or Joshua.
So, what is it this time? I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my
Just a new
chambers
best sword,
omitted a
did you
few
get it?
crucial details.
Yes.
Do we know its provenance?
The Omega
That
Sword.
was one of the details it
Yes.
omitted. But whoever the sender
I have it
was,
equipped, but I
seems
have the
dame held them in
Buster
high enough
Sword,
regard to point them in our direction.
as the weapon
The
shown.
dame. Well, she's not one to waste
You
our
can
time.
bet.
It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crushing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Veil can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you. And Otto?
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
Nice.
Ah?
Wow. To Northreach.
Oh.
To the Veil it is, then.
Looks like you've got a thirst. We can remedy that.
Can you now?
But enough talk. How about we retire to the Vale?
Fancy a peek behind the veil, my lord?
I'm looking for a
Oh, active time lore. Here's the rising tide will now appear in active time lore. Cool. Leviathan the Lost.
You found one.
Well,
So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
What you do with your time is up to you. The price is still the same.
We're here about the letter.
Ah, the letter.
Oh. Oh, sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically,
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There
Isle
you'll
of
find a
Feist.
tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
and that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but
Does
this
anyone
game.
else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
What if she realizes the value of the information she's party to?
And the danger it puts her
It's
in.
getting wet.
Reminds me of Xenoblade in terms of all of the characters are British.
Ah. Joshua.
Those things didn't fight like men.
It brings a certain charm with it.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, DJ? I only have one high potion, and that is it.
The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but
Here.
who awaits us inside?
So yeah.
It's empty. Why am I not surprised? A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to. The embers are still warm.
You really need to.
So
kneel
you're
down
Sid.
to Notice that.
I guess that. So you're Sid.
Booty.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies.
Now.
I am Shula,
Now,
tributary of Mysidia,
are you sure?
final haven of the Moths of Water.
Are you positive?
Yeah.
The moats of water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yet that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished,
Your stuff.
was
in
exterminated.
Rebirth, that looks better than this.
Despite the best efforts of
your
both
stuff in
church
here
and
looks way better
state,
than
we are still very
Rebirth.
much alive.
Though we've
Oh,
managed to
oh,
keep
yeah.
that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The Surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to?
Rescue him. Yes.
Avatar?
You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly
The in-game
as
models
they get.
definitely look a lot better in
For
this.
years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say?
Faces look worse in here.
Will you help us?
What?
The faces movement
What
looks
exactly
worse.
did your dominant
Yeah,
do
but the
to
face
warrant
and
this
models look a
punishment?
lot better.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Definitely.
He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born.
Yeah, I think the lip movement, this is kind of lacking.
But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be
For
free.
the facial expression, do you know?
Yeah, that's what it is.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
Oh, yes, best be getting on me boat. That's how she should have said it.
Yep.
That was the boat ride. Oh. Is this Don Trail?
Yeah, sure. DJ Active Time Lore. Thank you. You're ahead of me.
All right, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village
A
hidden
glamour.
from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
To you and all.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Wow.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but
Envy.
how is that
Yeah.
possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
Pretty. Wow.
And that concludes our little voyage. We're here.
Just a little bit.
And wow. Who knew there was a sun?
Right.
It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Finally.
What?
Ball.
You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
How do I play this game?
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be
DJ, I
pleased to
tried
learn,
pressing
Lady Sheila,
triangle
that
to
I
pick
have
that
no
thing up.
such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
I shot out a fireball.
It's all the same to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see another item. I picked it up.
I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Stand back. You'll handle this.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells for myself?
How do I fight?
That's better.
Oops, I used the potion I picked up.
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your friend?
Waiting for me in Sombrek, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
Those won't be friendly.
I'm starting to remember now, I think.
We're almost at the summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home.
We're almost at the summit.
Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
What's it?
No, it's to reload. Go out.
Northern Store.
It's
Someone
been a
told me
long
that
time
the
since I saw the
shadow
north
was
looking
something
so
Alive.
Really?
I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Aye aye. Really?
It's beautiful, Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
Can't fight the antelope.
Huh? You can fight the antelope? I destroyed them with my fire. DJ
Are
brought them
those
to a crisp.
stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
DJ, I fried them up. I used my Phoenix Flames. DJ, my orbs went shooty
If the
shooty.
surge was an act of rage,
One wonders what prompted
Yeah,
it.
you're on fitness training to pick shit up.
I know.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
Probably level 50.
could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay,
Well, you beat those things before I could get to them, so I'm not going to beat them up. Yeah. Like, I know it's telling me to go that way, but I'm going down another path, DJ. There's another path.
Made a sad noise when we left.
What was the point of this?
It will probably come up later.
We got a wormite. You like your wormite, DJ?
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Damn, Nintendo revealed Twilight Princess 20 years ago today.
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties. You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity.
size of that
We
dog?
don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of Southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import.
Witten Hall?
We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
Well,
That'll be them then. Look! That one's got a black cape.
Intruders! We must flee.
Oh, do you think he bites?
you think he bites? Open. Ah, dang it, I pressed Y to open instead of X.
Wow. There's no Y on this controller, I just...
Triangle.
Look.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods?
Dang nabbit.
It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no.
More than water,
We've dedicated our lives
Yeah.
to maintaining
And
the
actually,
glamour that
the
conceals
triangle,
us.
the Y button is never where the triangle button is.
Us.
So I don't even know where I
And
got Y.
yes.
Why?
This man, Wallius, is he Leviathan's dominant?
Triangle looks like a Y.
That's right. Though he's no man. Wallius is still a baby.
A baby.
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Ing, is that you?
Wallius was the son of my
Yes.
great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately, But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the Icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the surge.
Are you bound for the Wave tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
Why do they all have like?
Because that's their tribe.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's
Explain, they all
mutual.
have white hair and blue
Should
eyes.
the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Ha! Good tide. Get it? Good tide. Water. The rising tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of...
You are Sid, aren't you? The man the tributary told us about? I wonder if
No.
you could help me.
With what exactly?
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat?
I don't
He's
know
the
him.
village smith, among other things. Anyway, his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift for him. He's a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making, so I wondered if you might collect some for me and give them to him.
Would this gift not be better coming from you?
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I
What the
can't go
fuck?
into.
What's wrong with you, girl?
Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
The sweet little blue ones that grow around the fount. Elder's blessings, they're called. We use them to dye our fabrics so we always feel close to water like they are. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 basketfuls should be enough for my husband to be getting on with.
2 basketfuls it is.
Sounds like she has some issues. How did we go to the same person?
Oh, I'll have her hide when she gets
What in the
back.
world?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
He was just
I was
right
leagues
there.
away.
You're right.
How can I help you?
He was in front.
If you're after something from the storehouse, it's actually my wife you'll want to talk to. She will have to charge you for the goods, though. Not that would fleece you or anything. It's just, you know, needs must.
I understand.
Saying that, she might not be able to get anything down for you for a bit.
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter's job, really, but the willful little Rills decided to make herself scarce. The heavens only know where that girl's got to.
The willful little
If you'd
Rill.
like me to keep an eye
My
out for
lady.
her.
Oh, no. I couldn't ask that of an outsider. Could I? You wouldn't mind?
Wow.
Of course not. She won't have gone far, will she?
I hope not. But I've scoured the entire village for her and come up empty-handed. Can't help thinking she might have gone on another one of her little adventures.
Ah, a free spirit, is she?
Aye, that she is. Can't get her to sit still. Especially once you heard you lot were on your way. Outsiders! You should have seen her little eyes light up.
Wow.
Oh, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate where you first came in. The guard there might have spotted her. Maybe you could ask him. Ruka, her name is.
All right. I'll let you know if I find her. Try not to worry.
Yeah, that's right. You got it.
Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of Elder's blessings? Pavard's wife tasked me with collecting some for her husband, and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah. Werda wants you to bless her better half with the fruits of our labour, does she? Go on then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it.
She's crazy.
An old fool Pavard may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
I'm
my name was
glad to hear it.
Pavard?
Thank you.
Wish your name was Pavard?
Oh, flower picker.
Oh.
It's a nice name.
Yeah, it's the best name.
Ah, welcome to Haven, friend.
Thank you. Forgive my presumptuousness, but the smith's wife has asked me to make her husband a present of some Elder's blessings.
You can tell this is a more meaty DLC because there's actual
Wow.
villages
I have
and
one, if
side
that's
quests.
any help.
It is. I'm much obliged. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though that's not the only reason they have a special place in our hearts. Legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, the tributary of the time took some seeds with them. And as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. Every elder since has done the same. So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia, the flowers did too.
Well, that's 2 basketfuls.
Wow. Huh?
Time to visit Pavard.
Yes.
What do you want?
Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That woman. Come out. I know you're there.
What do you want with that attitude?
Me?
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. It's just, my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the two of you to get acquainted. What with you being a swordsman like, and him being the only smith in the village. It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me. I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders our aid, and that's exactly what I was planning to do. With or without my darling wife's meddling. Still, here we are. Acquainted. So, if there's out you need, just bring us the materials,
He's an asshole.
All right.
Got an
All right,
attitude.
And tar for the flowers. I was running low.
You use them for dyeing, I hear.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons.
Tar for the
Remind us where we
flowers.
come from, like.
As modes of water. Children of the sea.
That's right. The pattern too was left by our ancestors. The Ceaseless Rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that river has ebbed and flowed, changed its course, the flowers have always been with us, growing on our banks. I should get back to work. If you need something crafting, let me know.
Oh well. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Wasn't it just?
I forgot about the quest complete thingy.
Yes?
Alright.
Excuse me. You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter, have you?
Little Ruka? I have, as it happens. She went out through the gate not long ago.
Out of the village? Alone?
Aye, she does it all the time. There's a path off to the left which leads down to the river. Nice little spot, that. And safe as you like. The beasts of the mountain don't dare come so close to the village. That's where she'll be. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
I will.
Oh, the path to the left that I went. Damn.
Told you it's gonna come up.
You were right.
This must be the path.
I should have literally just kept my britches in check.
They're not here either. It's you! I've been looking everywhere for you.
You must be Ruka.
You know my name? Can you lot read minds?
Yeah,
Your
where
father
am I?
asked me to keep an eye out for you. You left without telling him where you were going. He was worried.
But I went to look for you.
Well, now you found me. What do you say we head back to the village and let your father know you're safe?
All right. And on the way home, you can tell me all about the world beyond the wall. I want to know everything.
Weird.
Everything
I
might be a
agree.
stretch.
Thank you for bringing her home. And sorry for the trouble.
Oh, no. It was a pleasure.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10 times as big as Haven in the outside world?
Daddy?
10 times!
Daddy.
Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers and castles.
Oh, to think I was worried. You can tell me all about the outside world later, Sweet Pea. Now go and help your mum with the stores.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for putting up with her questions. She, has a lot of them. One of the big ones being, what are the people beyond the wall like? Reckon you've made a good first impression.
Are we the only one she's ever met?
That you are. The rest of the world can't know we're here, so we'll have to be very careful who we're letting in and out. A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies, but for the most part, we'll make do with what we've got, including what the old Northerners left us.
Yes. You built on top of the old ruins, didn't you?
Well, they make for fine foundations. Their masons clearly knew what they were doing. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. Oh, it's everything else that's the problem. Medicines, metals for tool making, anything like that. We have to dress up as traveling merchants and make a trip to the outside and pray to every cloud in the heavens that nobody sees through us.
Lol.
Which explains why you need Gil.
Aye. And now Ruka's back, my wife should be free to assist you with any potential purchases. So please, do make good use of our stores, because we fully intend to make good use of your coin.
I'll be sure to keep my purse strings loose.
Wait, that's complete.
Purse strings loose.
It's a pity nothing but the foundations were left standing. The whole store.
Thanks for bringing. Anyway, I will have to charge you.
What do you got? Oh shit.
Here you are.
That item's better than the one I had.
Well, if you're sure you need it.
I'm glad you were able to buy that orchestrion roll. I wasn't able to.
I even looked to see how much it was.
It was 25,000. See, DJ, I think I had used my previous money to get orchestrion rolls. Yeah.
Very well.
Well,
what do you think the tributary sees?
Let's see. Was that all the side quests?
How long do you think this bridge is going to stand?
Suddenly, there were curls everywhere I looked.
My chocobo looks
Did
a
you
lot
hear
different.
that, girl? You're going with father today.
Huh, wait, what?
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
The quickest route to the surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
Really, brother, did you have to ask?
Oh no. Oh god, why?
Tonberries. Creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
Stay down!
Die. Literally get out of here. Okay, I killed them. Bro, stop with the thingy.
I can smell the sea.
It's not far now.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Might I inquire about the Ray of Light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Dwalius by his people.
Yeah, the fucking turtle.
Huh?
That's a kid.
Did I miss fighting the turtle? Oh yeah, I did. walk by it. Particular abilities that are really good at building stagger. There we go, I beat it. I beat the turtle. Yay, I'm level 51. Wahoo! What? Ba-ba-dum. There's the turtle.
I only needed to fight one turtle to satisfy me.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it.
That's mountain.
If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the waves' origin.
With the emotes he's
right.
around.
It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
A surge. Well.
Hi, Shadowbringers.
Oh. Why do you say that?
There's a frozen wave in
It's
that
not
too.
much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail.
On a much grander scale.
It is my duty both as village elder and
Fair.
Walius' descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes.
You gonna see him suffer? Man.
Oh no.
I don't want to see a little baby suffer.
The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Now!
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does
Watch this
indeed.
kid have like an adult's voice because he's been alive for so long.
What?
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
And because he is her
It's not
great
right.
grandpa's son, does that mean that
not.
he is technically her grandpa?
There. Up ahead.
Well, I doubt it's her actual grandpa. You know, like her grandpa's brother or something. I guess that would still be grandpa. I don't know how that stuff works.
Down in the center. Follow me.
Indeed.
Well,
An actual baby.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin.
It's Naruto.
Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He
that's
must
a
be so frightened.
really good comparison, though, to be honest.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallis's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
What if he said all that and he actually still killed him?
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
Wow.
Hush now. It's going to
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong.
Nani? Oh.
What? Okay.
He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Okay, the power of water.
Leviathan!
Oh god.
Just another, but a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Oh, look. It has friends.
Useful.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I don't like this.
It is very different. You're very immobile. What the fuck? You got a trophy? I didn't get that. I found out you gotta just kill the main dude. And the other shitty thing is you have to keep on remembering to refill the thing. Like yours is at 0.
I ain't using that.
I'll try it out because it's the new thing.
Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
I already tried it out.
You said Walius was frozen in time.
You right.
But he knew we were here.
I don't like not being able to dash.
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right.
Oh, yes.
Flow.
So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Okay, let's see. You're an icon.
Still need a log on of 14 PlayStation and get like 10 million trophies. Bam.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna use it as like a main one, but I'll probably use its abilities. That's the nice thing. What do I? Huh? Puzzle. Sure.
Look there! The tree's back.
I forgot how I can get the abilities on anyone. Actually.
Yeah.
I probably have to master it, I
To
guess.
understand the spell which binds Walyas, you must first know who we are.
DJ?
Yes.
Oh wait, are you still ahead of me?
And what drove my
Yeah.
forebears to commit such an atrocity.
Uh-oh.
This...
Wasn't watching.
You, apparently you... Apparently not.
Tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the Imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Crystal.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal's source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the Dome of Light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the Surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
The Vare is not easy to find. You must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
Hail, stranger. Are you a rider by any chance?
I am. What gave me away?
Oh, I can smell it on you. The scent of the stables. And not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been one to ride half-starved birds with chine gall and wet beak. If I had a guess, I'd say your bird eats only the finest greens and has her feathers groomed twice a day with a curl hairbrush.
Nothing but the best for my Ambrosia.
Ambrosia, eh? Pretty name. What's she like?
Well, she's tall and strong. And her feathers are as white as snow.
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This I've got to see.
Yeah, me too.
Can you bring her here?
I can.
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff.
Me dad's got a boat. And
what I
he's
thought.
ferried chocobos before. You could get him to bring her. It'd be perfect timing and all. He's preparing for a trip beyond the wall as we speak. I'm sure he'd help you if you asked.
He would. Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around. All right then. Where could I find?
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the brook. Tell him Manda sent you.
Oh, I never should have let him go alone. Ty, take me. What am I gonna do? You've got to help me. Shula said you were a force to be reckoned with. Are you?
Why do you ask?
Hey? Oh, sorry. I should explain. My name's Kitav. I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went into the forest and he hasn't come back. Would you help me find him?
I can try. Tell me what I need to know.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors cast to keep this place hidden, right?
Shula told us about it, yes.
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell? Well, it's me and my friend's job to maintain them. If it weren't for the likes of us, it would have faded years ago.
So your friend went into the forest to visit one of these cairns?
Aye, that's right. He said he was going down to Father's Fell. There are two cairns out that way, one by the banks of the Swift Run, and another near the Winged Wains, the ships in the forest.
All right. How will I know this friend of yours?
His name's Nassef. He's about my height, but clean-shaven. If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm, I'd be much obliged. I'll search the village, just in case anyone's seen him, and meet you back here.
Very well. One came by the ships, another by the river. Better get moving.
Bastard things.
You one of the outsiders, then?
I am. Shula invited me. Are you Mander's father?
I am. Got you running errands for her already, has she?
Yeah.
She's asked to see my chocobo, but I'd need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Or you could just say no. Honestly, that girl and her birds, she'll be growing feathers soon enough.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well, if you're sure that's what you want. The tributary says we're to treat you lot as we would each other. So, if you need me to ferry your bird over, then that's what I'll do. Still, they don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or two to keep her calm on the journey over.
And where would I find one of those?
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed a fair bit since then. Where do you usually get your stable supplies from?
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded in chocobo feed too. So I suppose I'll go and ask him.
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird and your gourd, and then meet me by the shore. Just don't take too long, all right?
Just try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fannet, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too,
But?
This affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
Sure.
I'd be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
Oh, do you need something?
I do, though not from the forge. Fannet asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that...
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazia's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
The sign of the child.
You don't think he's...
She showed them the surge! But what if the... What if the...
Oh, ceaseless rill, guide
Almost.
Greetings, stranger.
Your name is Blazir, is it not? Pavad tells me you're a friend of his father's.
There's so much
And that the two of you
voodoo.
may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talo's never been ill a
I
day
might
in
go
his
back
life.
get my chocobo.
I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fenna doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fennet is looking for. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talo, wish him the best from me, yeah?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
If we pick too many of the flowers...
My lord, may I speak? There is a matter with which I would beg your aid.
Of course, what is it?
Please, not so loud.
Something serious then.
Yes, I think we might have company. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the trees up on the cloak. At first, I thought it must have been you or your brother, so I didn't say anything, but the more I think about it, the more certain I am that the figure looked familiar.
And you're sure it wasn't one of the other villagers?
Positive. I think it was someone from outside the wall who has found his way inside. Of course, it could just be my imagination playing tricks on me. I only caught a fleeting glimpse, and it might have been you or your brother. But if it is who I think it is, we cannot allow him to leave now that he knows we're here. Would you go and see? He won't try to hurt you, believe me. Given what lurks in the forest, the only one likely to get hurt is him.
Very well. Whether the man you saw is who you believe him to be or not, we need to know. It may yet be someone else entirely. Someone who means your people, or my people, harm.
Perhaps. Just promise me that if you do find someone up there...
Don't worry. I won't draw my sword unless I need to.
Thank you.
Yamila, this man you saw, might he be the customer you told me of?
I fear so.
A customer?
I'll explain later. Come on.
To Martha's Rest.
I remember you. You're the one who saved Whiteheart. How's the old girl doing?
She's very well. Thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. You're the one who saved her.
Might go to bed soon.
Anyway, what brings you to the rest
Eh?
today?
I was hoping to purchase a Mimit gourd. And I thought you might be able to tell me where I could find one.
Why?
Oh, reckon I could do better than that. Just so happens, I've got a whole carload of the blasted
Because
things.
you didn't take a
Not
2-hour
buyer
nap
in
today
sight.
like me, huh?
Really?
Right.
Aye, you'd be doing me a favor taking a few off my hands before they turn to mush. But just be on the lookout for wild birds, eh? Don't want them chasing after you like they did me.
I will. And thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Any friend of Whiteheart is a friend of mine. And in times like these, friends have got to stick together.
We certainly do. Northreach, then. Wouldn't want to keep Mander's father waiting.
Northreach.
And how might I help the garrison today?
That fool of a Duke thought he
Those things didn't fight like men.
Wait.
Ah, there you are. And this must be Ambrosia, was it?
Yeah, Ambrosia.
Oh, she's a real beauty, isn't she?
I have the Mimic gourd too. Here.
Thank you kindly. Soon as she's gobbled this up, we'll set sail.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Don't worry. You'll be all right. Well, we made it.
You didn't all? She is as white as snow. You're beautiful, aren't you, girl?
Brave, too. She was calm as you like on the journey over. The mimic gourd will have played its part, of course, but passing through the walls is enough to spook most birds even then. Not this one, though.
Ambrosia's been through a lot. I doubt there's much that could unnerve her now.
Not with a beloved master by her side.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
Anyway, thanks for bringing her here. I hope I can breed a bird like her someday.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to Northreach, you only need say the word.
Thank you. But I think we might explore Mysidia together. What do you say, Ambrosia?
Quest complete. I can now summon Ambrosia and Mysidia.
Bastard things.
All the fish, right?
Leave me.
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Blazir, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late.
Alrighty, I'll go on.
He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast. But never let on what exactly he was expecting
I
him to have
probably
seen.
won't, because
Forest. Between here
I have a
and the
feeling
coast.
when we play again,
Surely
we'll be doing more of them.
But then...
But
So I'll probably
then...
just wait to play with you again.
I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's
Okay.
illness might have some connection to the Tomberries. You may have
Okay,
encountered
I love
them
how you have
during your time here.
a save file
The small,
from when you were
scaly
level
beastmen.
25.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
2023.
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there. And if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
Please.
Good night, stream.
I'll explain everything when you
Sleep
return,
well.
but time flows
Good night,
fast.
DJ.
I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
See you tomorrow, maybe?
Very well.
Isn't it already tomorrow? Or almost?
No. Yeah, almost, yeah. But no, it's not that late. I'm not even tired.
I'm all fuddy-duddy, as they say.
Well, I could probably play this thing for like another 2 hours.
I was falling asleep.
Damn.
I just need to go to bed.
Yes.
Good night.